Gonna be doing the idle air temperature sensor on a 1.5 Malibu Equinox, and I don't know if the Cruise has the 1.5 in it or not, but here's the part number for what we're doing. I don't think that's the part number, but I'll give you that number. Anyways, part number's on there somewhere. Oh yeah, the 1993. So I'm having a code PO171. I've already replaced the EGR mass airflow sensor just as a precaution, because everything's about the same age. And if you watch the video, it was really crummy in there. So I was worried, because I was actually driving home when I got the code for the 4th time. I'm like, well, it's time to fix it, because it runs lean, it says, and I don't want to blow anything up. I was afraid it's going to be under the intake inlet and all that. I was hoping it'd be over here somewhere. Because it's a turbo, it could have been anywhere. It could have been at the bottom of that pipe for the turbo, which would have been the whole bumper removal, which I'm doing anyways, because this car just hit 300,000 miles, and we are putting a new tow bar on it. 300,000 on the engine, 600,000 on everything else. But right here it is. They actually made it so you don't have to take the throttle body off and everything. We're gonna take it off. I tried to do a little bit before the video starts, and I tried to get that plug off there, and I could not figure it out. But it's got a lot on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out the bolt and pull it out, and then try to work on it outside of where it's mounted. I think it's a T20. I'm not gonna hold me to it. T20 Torx. I'll show you once I get it out why it was kind of weird. I think you could use a standard screwdriver. I ended up picking this up for 12 bucks. There's what it looked like. I used a T20 and pulled it right out, no problems. That's always a good thing. I think there's only one screw on it. Now let's just gently twist it a little bit to break it loose, then wiggle it up. There, pulled right out. Oh, it's covered in oil. Or gas, or oil. That's great. Not supposed to be oil back there. So doesn't look too bad. Woohoo. Another problem I gotta work on. Sorry, my excitement just disappeared. So now we gotta pull this off somehow. It looks like there's a safety pin on it. And I tried pulling that pin out all the way, and it would not let me do it. Let me go get some pliers. Got the world's largest pliers to do the smallest job. Keep rocking it as I'm pulling it, and pulled right out. Sweet. I couldn't do that when it was down there. Now I'm sure I just push on that. There's a little clip right there, just push on that. I'm actually gonna push this in. Doesn't pull up, does it? Sometimes they pull up. Oh, you heard it click? Must have almost had it. Oh, I got it. So I think you guys see me go in this way to push the clip up. I think the clip's kind of bending as I push on it. Instead of it, you push on this side, it bends it up off the thing. I'm pushing it and it's bending, like worn out. So I stuck a screwdriver in there. Instead of it going like that, I pushed a screwdriver in there and pushed it up. Popped right off. Let's inspect it a little bit. No oil on that. On the seal. I'll put a little spit to put it in. So I got the new one. I showed you guys the box at the beginning. Made in Japan, it looks like. Put a little spit on that O-ring, put it in. Normally I'd use oil, but I have no oil. I'm gonna go ahead and put all this together while it's sitting here. Should push it until you hear it click. Light click, but I heard it. I'm gonna put this back in there. There, no way that's coming off. Now, my spit's already evaporated, but I'm sure it'll go in. Check the hole out. My hole needs cleaned a little bit, so I'm gonna take that screwdriver with a rag. Yeah, look how clean that hole is now. Nice. Where'd that thing go? Now we're just gonna push it in. I actually felt it like clip in. If it's giving you resistance, most likely that am I even recording? Oh, earlier I was taking photos accidentally. Sometimes you just putting that down there using the T20 to tighten it back in. And it's coarse thread going into plastic, so be careful with it. It does have an insert, but the insert's also in plastic, so it really doesn't helps you, but you could still over tighten it and spin that insert. But if you're having resistance, most likely that O-ring is fighting you. Just gonna tighten it snug, wiggle it, make sure it doesn't move. The wire's where it's supposed to be, and there we go. Again, that was a PO171 code, air code. It said that the temperature going into the car was radical, and when I checked it, it said it was 41 this morning while we drove it over to the shop, and it said it was negative 18 degrees. So, but also when that code was going off, I was scanning it going down the road, and the evap, god dang it, the, what's this thing over here? We just changed it on a video 2 seconds ago. Mass airflow sensor was also reading that it was stuck. It said I was basically flooring it going down the road, and which throws off a lot of stuff too. So I went ahead and changed it both. If you guys are watching the video and the other video, I'll probably upload them at the same time. Hopefully this helps somebody. It's not too hard. Took me less than 5 minutes. Thanks for watching.